Buddy, I'm Gojo, and I'm bringing you guys the next part of what if I had Seraphim Sun's powers. Now, a quick recap of what happened in the previous video. Almost had some new information I decided to add thanks to particularly Query explaining me what his OC is. So yeah, practically Vera would have actually evolved. Well, she was human before, but after she killed so many humans, she most likely would have evolved to be a monster. You could say something like a serpent or something, a humanoid serpent, you could say. She's kind of a mutation between that, so she's not a human, but actually a monster, like the monster from the underground, but she's, you guys know, thick, so yeah. Of course, I still look like my Seraphim Sun's form, but I actually have white hair instead of any black hair. I also have my own humanoid form, which actually is similar to Gojo's base, which will most likely I will probably have white hair and blue eyes because of Sen's powers. Of course, I will also possess all the abilities I have in my original form in my normal state. Of course, we're going on back to the meeting between me and Vera. Of course, we not recognize each other due to a many couple of months and years that has been passed and through multiple changes that we both have gone through. I can barely even recognize her, yet even tell if she's Vera or not. Of course, she would greet me thinking I'm a human, but after seeing my appearance, she would realize that I'm practically a monster from the underground. And eventually, she would actually realize that, and eventually ask me if I'm from the underground, with me explaining that I am, and eventually explain about my past. Of course, she kind of thinks that my past is kind of similar to hers when she lost her best friend. Just like I did with mine, since I practically was kind of lost and could never actually find a way home. But now I'm practically free and want to practically find her. Of course, she decided to help me, and eventually we would explore the entire city, but with no luck at finding her. Well, to my knowledge. Little did I know she was right beside me the whole time, helping me trying to find her, yet she was right in front of me, beside me even. Of course, she most likely would have actually helped me eventually invite me to her apartment. You guys are wondering, she would have killed multiple humans that she became one of the most dangerous assassins. She most likely would have taken multiple jobs of killing many humans. She most likely have a lot of money to practically pay off some things. I can practically create money due to my creation. Also, able to practically even control the UA code of this universe, since I'm this powerful. Since I practically have access to it, I can practically do anything I want, since I'm practically a god amongst mortals. But she is no pushover either, because her level is at least 500 by the time of many killings that she has done. She's killed over 1 billion humans. It has over 1 billion assassinations, and she's got a lot of money, so yeah. I have also gone and curved stronger myself, even because of my physical strength to almost annihilate the entire planet if I wanted to, but I'm just keeping myself suppressed because I don't want to intimidate her or anything like that, even though I can tell she's incredibly strong. Her normal base stats are at least 1 millions. Her defense stat is only 100,000 while her attack stats is at 1 million. I can tell that her defense stat is not that better than her attack stats, but her HP is a big difference. She has an HP of 10 million. But that actually does not apply to me since I have infinite HP, infinite defense, and attack. Since my power is practically infinite in itself because of me possessing all the 7 souls and Sansa's powers, granting me infinite power and strength, which will most likely make me much stronger than her in comparison to stats. But my level is just 1 since I'm not killing any monsters. But since kind of Sans died to me, he most likely would have been able to push my level to 2, so I've only killed 1 monster, not intentionally, just by accident. Of course, eventually we'll both have peaceful time at her apartment. Eventually she'll offer me some drinks with me accepting that. Eventually I decided to go to my human form, which is kind of similar to my teenage form. Both of us are actually cannot age physically, but only mentally. So we're both actually on the age of 18 in our bodies, but we're actually 20 in our minds, so yeah. Most of us are much more mature in our minds than our bodies, so yeah. Of course, she'll practically kind of see me being resembling to me in the past, but she cannot even tell if that's true or not. Of course, eventually we will spend the night together, with me sleeping on the couch and her sleeping on the bed. But she just has the feeling that she wants to be close to me. I will be sleeping on the couch peacefully, seemingly relaxing as I did not use my wings. I would just decide to keep my wings inside instead of just opening them up. Of course, she would just decide to lay to me as she then lays on the couch with me as I still want to sleep, and eventually she falls asleep with me. Eventually on the morning I wake up as I see her laying on top of me, with me slightly blushing, seemingly slightly embarrassed. But I'll just let her lay on me as I use my magic to partly cook us some breakfast, with me just making some pancakes as I lay them on the mini table and wait for her to wake up. Usually when she wakes up, she apologizes for not telling me to sleep beside me, but I'll just tell her that it's fine and there's nothing wrong as I look away, blushing a little bit, with her doing the same. Eventually, we'll just get a breakfast, eventually watch some TV, relaxing, and eventually spending some time together. Both of us will not bother one another since we're practically close. Eventually, a couple of weeks would have passed, with me and her slightly training from time to time. I also would have shown her the underground as we were able to practically use the shortcut of science, since I practically possess that ability. With me actually able to get the knowledge of science, utilizing the shortcut to teleport to the underground. With me actually having much more better control over it thanks to the 7 souls and mine combined. With me of course showing everyone, even introducing my new father and mother, with her being incredibly generous to them. If you guys are wondering, my height is at least 10 feet while she's 8 feet tall. So practically I'm taller than her, yet she's pretty tall in comparison to all the other monsters, which is kind of surprising, even for Papyrus. Which Papyrus is actually impressed. Papyrus of course calls me brother or big brother since I'm practically taller than him, so alongside older because of my instance years combined together, but I'm still my original age of 18 to 17, so yeah. Of course, I'll also train with Papyrus, teaching him how to practically defend himself a lot better. With this, of course, it will be just a normal training between both of us, a sparring match you could say. I'll train Papyrus so he can grow in stronger, due to him being now the Royal Guard and growing in stronger. Of course, Vera will still be impressed by my power and strength, even Papyrus himself. Papyrus is no pushover, he's grown immensely stronger ever since I practically became Seraphim. Papyrus now has a defense stat of 500 and an attack stat of 750. Papyrus is much more focused on making his attacks cool, so that's why I don't bother with him. I also would have trained a lot and eventually even made different AUs by the time. Me and Vera most likely would have also traveled to different AUs and may need some other sands, with me eventually meaning fell sands or red sands, as I'll probably introduce myself to him. Of course, he doesn't know me, but I just know him through multiple timelines I've seen. I also would have met swap sands, who will practically be a soft variation of Papyrus and Sans, which Sans takes the role of Papyrus instead of himself. Of course, I practically would have seen multiple of the AUs, and eventually I would have met with Error Sans. Eventually, of course, Error will kind of see me as a glitch, and eventually will try to attack me and Vera, but eventually he will realize that my soul is not that of a monster or a human, I'm practically a hybrid. You didn't see my true name being Martine, and eventually when Vera hears that, she tries to protect me at all costs as he attacks Nightmare, or you could say Error Sans. Of course, Error will be able to dodge her attack due to his immense experience with battling incredibly fast people, but his jacket will be cut off as he'll be impressed by her speed. With Arrow telling Vera that she's pretty fast and strong, he'll give her that, but nothing comparable to him, the destroyer of AUs. As he powers up Gaster Blasters, I do the same as I am able to block them. Due to my immense training, I'm able to actually control my magic to a much better extent than even Sans himself, and even multiple other Sans for different AUs. Almost mentioned that level of Arrow Sans. Of course, Arrow tells me that I cannot keep this up for long, but I tell him that I don't have to, I just have to stall him out for Ink to come and stop him. Error is of course shocked for me to know Ink, when me explaining to him that when I visit different AUs, I also met Ink a long time ago, when me and Ink became buddies. So I tell Error to let us go, or he is going to deal with Ink. Of course, Error just grunts in anger, but he decides to let us go. Tell her to never come back here unless it's something important. I would not, as me and Vera would have walked away. Eventually, Vera would have hugged me, with me being confused and asked her what she's doing. Vera would then say my name, as I would then realize, and eventually I get my past memory of her hugging me one time when we were little kids. Eventually, we go back to our present, with me saying her name as well, and her tearing up alongside me as we both hug one another, with me being happy to see her once again. It's been many years since I've seen her. She's changed a lot, but not the change that I hated, but actually I kind of like that change. She's changed a lot, but I know she's still the same person I know her from a long time ago. She's just gone a little bit colder, but nothing more than that. She will hug me really tightly, cry on my chest as I will just hug her back, telling her that it's alright and I'm here right now. I'll help her. Eventually she would then pass out, falling asleep on me, with me just carrying her back to her apartment, and eventually we would just relax, with me still thinking that I was so stupid for not even realizing her. I should have checked even her stats or her name. Why couldn't I have done that? I should have done it in the beginning, as I slapped my head, feeling disappointed in myself, with Frisk and the other souls telling me that it's not my fault, I didn't know. Even Sounds would tell me that it's not my fault as well, with me saying thanks to them, with all of them just being happy to see that I'm now back with my friend. I'll be happy too, since now I'm not alone. I'm now back with the best friend I had, or maybe something more. But guys, it's the end for this part. I hope you guys enjoy this what if as much as I do. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sayonara.